Hello, fellow traders. It's Sunday. Got a big week this week. Friday, I did a little blog intraday, kind of laying out what I was looking for, and we got it. You know, we got a lot of things last week I liked. Like I said, I picked up a little more on Friday. I didn't sell that Microsoft I picked up. Hopefully that don't bite me like X. You know, a mistake I make all the time is you gotta trade like every trade is your last trade. It's just a state of mind. You know, that's where I make my mistakes. You know, luckily I got out of Dries on a profit. You know, I got out of Alcoa on a nice profit, but I took a little digger on X and took a little digger on Disney because I swapped to SSO. But my average on Disney, though, was 775, and look where I am on SSO. I'm there. I'm above it. Even though SSO, my average is, I think it was like 1629. I don't count that because I swapped to Disney, and my average is 1775 still, and I'm above it. And look at where Disney's at. That's why you got to trade the whole market like one stock. That's what my trading partner taught me. You know, don't be married. Change, get on a different bus. You know, when Schwab was 40 cents above big like 2 weeks ago, you know, I looked over at her and I said, man, I want to swap Schwab to big. And look at big hit 20. Schwab's barely over 13, you know. Those are moves that you got to do. Remember, I planned my SSO move. I followed through with it. It hurt for a couple of days when Disney was $1 above it. Would have done better if I waited a day later, but we don't know the future. As far as this uptick rule thing, just want to share a little information. Some of you might know, some of you might not. You know, they yanked the uptick rule in July 07. Remember? That's when they're saying this bear market started, the top of the big real estate, you know, bubble. And remember the charts when I was showing, that's when we like came up and tried to make a new high, and that was our first lower high, followed by a lower low. And then by October 07, remember, November, that was your chance to sell if you were really following the market. You know, it takes years to learn this, you know. But why I'm talking about this? Because look at that. They yanked the uptick rule at the top, and what do they want to do? Reinstate it now. What does that signal? Maybe a bottom? Also, if you're young like me, you have years of trading. So if they reinstate this uptick rule, and then in the future, 10 years from now, or whenever we've had a good 6-7 year run, and you read in the news that you're thinking about, or that they're thinking about yanking the uptick rule, remember what happened the last time. Remember, a marathon, not a sprint. You got to take all this in. But check this out. I know this looks busy, but it's not, because we're bottoming right here, at least temporarily. These two blue lines shooting across here, the upper one is our closing low in November. The lower one is our intraday low that we touched before we rebounded. Okay? And I want to show you when I came at you on Friday what was happening. On Thursday, we closed on our closing low, the upper one in November, the bottom of this red candlestick. Friday, we opened, and there's a lower wick there. You can look. You probably can't see it here, but we touched the intraday low. See that bottom line? And that's when I came at you and said we need to close above that 752, and we got it. That was a good, tight consolidation day, and we hit it. We needed that. These are the things that have been happening. I'm going to go over real quick. Remember the last time we hit the 50-day? Right there. Okay? I've been using this a lot. You come down, this is the bottom of the 3 lines. We hit that's where we touched the 50-day again after crashing. So that's where I draw it to. Remember that? Remember we bounced off of it here a little bit. We came down to it. Well, now we're bouncing off of it again. So that's a good sign. We found support. Okay? Now I'm going to show you what I like. Remember I was calling for this candlestick on this day, but we had a little washout day with an upper wick. Kind of shook some people out. See that? But look at that low volume in between these blacks. Didn't mean nothing, luckily. Look at this next day. The biggest volume yet, and look how we busted through this resistance. Look at that, because look how we found support there. This is the second line of these three now. This is the top wick when we came back and tested the 50-day for the first time. This is the top wick the next day before it failed. See? And remember how I showed this little candlestick formation I liked through that line when I was trending off of it before? Remember I was hoping for our bounce there? Because I was saying it was a good line to follow. Well, some people thought it was. See that upper candlestick off of there? Well, that's what we went through right there. Okay? We needed that. This third one, see how we consolidated right there? We went down, up, and closed on it. Didn't do much. See how this is just another nice line. These are lines. These are bottoming lines in my eyes. Okay, remember, I'm only 36. But check that out. And then I showed you what happened on Friday. That was beautiful. So this is what I'm looking for right here. This is our down trend line right here. We need to get through that. Hopefully that and the 50-day will be one deal, like a double nut resistance that we get through, and it'll go fast to this 875, 900 area, depending on how far out we are before we get there. And that's where I'll probably be all cash, because I can draw some other lines, like this one's going to come up about 950. So what you got to look for right now, 875 to 900, and then 950. I'll probably be all cash about 875, 900, reevaluating things, you know. Real quick though, something I'm gonna step out on the edge. Monday, I'm calling it huge. This right here on Friday almost gets me giddy. It gets me giddy. Monday's gonna be huge. Let's see if I'm right. Let's maximize these gains. Every trade like it's your last. If you can get in that state of mind when you're pressing enter, you'll maximize those gains. Good luck.